Hello and welcome to Back Paddock. So today we are going to look at how to print maps from our Advisor system. So if you're using Advisor, generally speaking, the main place that you'll be doing your mapping is in web app or perhaps on the mobile app. So web app is usually the best place if you're looking for a satellite image for your paddock boundaries here. So I'm looking at one of my client files, which is on webapp.backpaddock.com.au. You'll just need to sign in and then select the client file that you want to look at from the drop-down list on the left. Once you're there, all of your farm maps should be there, and it really is just a matter of zooming in or out as you want to. And then I suggest just either using like a snipping tool if you've got one, or just right click and hit Save Image As, and this will save it as an image on your computer. This will be a PNG file, so just give it a name and save the file, and that will be stored on your computer. The other option is, of course, to right click and hit Copy Image. Then you could paste it into like Word or into an email if you needed to. So I'll just open that up now. And then just Control V to paste that image, and you can crop it as you need to. So that would give you a satellite image. Once it's in, somewhere like Word or Paint or anything like that, you can adjust it. You can make it portrait and landscape, add a title, and do all of that sort of thing as you need to. So that gives you the satellite image. If you're looking for a line boundary, then I'm actually going to do that in Advisor. So I've got my Advisor open here in the same client file. I'm going to go to mapping along the top, and I'm going to pull up my paddock boundaries. Now, first of all, if you do not see mapping, it's probably because you have it disabled. To show it again, go to File, Options, and we want to go to mapping along the top here, expand General, and make sure this Enable Mapping, Create, Edit, and View is set to True. Apply, hit OK if it's not, and then you'll need to close and reopen your Advisor program. And then you'll see this mapping tab. So once you're in here, you want to click on this icon under Layer Manager, which is Show Boundaries. Single click on that one, and it'll pull up any available boundaries. I'm going to use a little drop down next to it to show paddock names. So for those of you that have been with the program for a little while, this will be quite familiar. If you haven't, and if you have any problems with this process, then please just reach out to us. We may need to copy your maps from the new to the old format to see them in here. Now, once you've got them in here, it's about making them look good on your printout. So first of all, I like to click on Use Printer Ratio in the top left there. And that just sort of shows us how it would look on a piece of paper. Now, for this particular map, I think it would look better in a landscape orientation. So I'm going to click on Orientation in the top toolbar here to swap it from portrait to landscape. Once it's there, I want it zoomed in as much as possible. So I'm going to click on Zoom All. If you do have a map, maybe several farms spread out, you might prefer to zoom rectangle. So click on that one and just draw a box around the section that you want to zoom in on. Click on Zoom All to just return to how it was. So make your adjustments there as required. Now, I do suggest that you'll make a few adjustments here before you do print it or save it. And one of them is to make the polygons here a little bit darker. So we're going to click into this little box here, Set Layer Formatting and Properties. It's a little gray box under Layer Manager. And this is where we can make some adjustments. So I'm going to click on Polygon. My outline, I'm going to change to a black color with a width of 1. If I click on Apply, you can see in the background that does make that a little bit darker. The next thing that I want to do is have a look at my labels. So at the moment, the label field is set to label, which gives us this paddock name and area in brackets underneath it. If you don't want the area, you can just click paddock name instead, hit Apply, and you can see the changes. I'm going to go back to label and apply. Now I want my font to be a little bit bigger and darker, so I'm going to click on font here. For this one, I'm just going to go a size 10 and a bold, click OK, click Apply, and see how it looks. So you can just continue to make adjustments in that font section there. If you do have really long paddock names that maybe try to connect each other, you can also adjust the max width here under label size to make it a bit smaller. So I don't have that problem with these ones, but if I did, I'd change that to maybe a 500. And you can see now that's actually too small. It's chopping off the bracket. If I change this to an 800 and apply, that fits everything I want. So if you had like a long paddock name that was maybe West Wanderers, for example, the West would be on the first line, the Wanderers would be on the second line, and then the area would be on the third line with this configuration here. So continue to adjust as you want to. When you're ready, just click OK. And I'm going to click on the top half of this print preview button to see how it looks in a print preview. When I'm happy with that, I can print it if I want to and have a look at a test print. Close preview if you want to jump back out into the editing part of the program. Now the other option that we've got is to use the bottom half of this print preview button to export to PDF. So if I click on that one here, that just allows me to save this as a PDF somewhere on my computer. If I did want to, at this point again, use a snipping tool, I could just use a snipping tool to get this out. Or like I said, print it or copy it. I hope that's been helpful in exploring the options to get a map out for you to maybe distribute to your growers or organizations. Have a great day.